Started in the Essex County Sheriff's Department in 1975. I worked my way up through the ranks. I started as an officer. In '85, I became a transportation officer, picking inmates up, taking inmates to courts, police departments, hospitals, taking them all over the state. In '91, the jail, Lawrence Jail, Salem Jail closed. I went to Middleton. I became a captain. I was responsible for scheduling of inmates in the recreation department. Now, over the years, some people have said to me, police officers especially, would say, you know, why do you have recreation for inmates? Well, you know, first things first, police work is totally different from the corrections. Totally different. In a correctional facility, these guys have all kinds of animosity built up inside. A police officer deals with an inmate for a very short period of time. 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour, tops. We live with these guys 24/7, 7 days a week. So for 34 years, I've lived with inmates every single day of my life. As a result of living with these inmates, we find out what the problems are. I had a state trooper, back when Charlie Reagan was a sheriff, had him assigned to me. He just left retired from the state police. So he said, I wanted to follow you around and see what you do. I said, sure, no problem. So I'm watching the guys playing basketball out there. I see guys getting a little rough because when you're in that business, you can sense problems, you see it. I walked out the floor, put my arm around an inmate, said to him, hey, listen, knock it off. I'm watching what's going on. Cut it off, or you're going back to you. No problem, Jerry. I got it cut, no problem. Goes back, plays ball, happens a couple more times. About a week later, the state trooper said to me, I need to talk to you in your office. Yeah, sure, what's up? He says, I'm not really happy about the way you handle yourself with the inmates. I said, excuse me? He says, I think you're too friendly. I said, well, you know what the problem is? You're a police officer. Your involvement with inmates has been arresting them, all drugged up, and throwing them in jail. My job is to live with these guys on a regular basis, 34 years. I've had a multitude of inmates in my office in 34 years telling me how they have no place to go, no family support. Guys leaving, going, living under the bridge. I had the opportunity a couple of weeks ago, and I know people, oh, here he goes, he went under the bridge, feeding the homeless. Well, to my surprise, when I went under that bridge, I had 2 inmates, ex-inmates, under the bridge. They come running over to me, and I said, what are you doing? I said, Jerry, I did 4 years in Walpole. I went to the farm, did 1 year down the farm. Didn't give me a job, didn't give me nothing. So where am I? Under the bridge. Now, classification should have been calling these people in. And the first question they ask is, where do you live? Under the bridge. Priority number 1, this guy lives under the bridge, we got to take care of this guy. Okay, another problem, then I'm going to back up a little bit. Back when I started, I actually got a job, in 2000, I went down the farm. My job was, I was the captain in charge of work release. That was a very, very important job. Okay, something that, unfortunately, unless you've done it, you don't understand it. My job was to go out to the community and get inmates jobs. I was to sell the program to different companies, telling them why it would be beneficial for them to have inmates working in the communities. And the biggest problem that I always came up with is they said, these guys are not marketable. They don't have any skills. So you get guys trying to get jobs, they get menial jobs. Today, as we speak, and I'm sure the superintendent can verify it, you've got inmates living in halfway houses. They're paying $125 a week to live in a halfway house. So if a guy's making $200 a week, that means $75 a week is left over. But he's not getting fed. So he's got to have his family bring food into him. And now there's a burden on the family. So what shot does this guy have when he gets out of jail? The way it used to be is we used to put inmates on a bracelet, and they'd all bracelet to their homes if they had a suitable environment to live in. That's the key, a suitable environment. Not today. There's 6 halfway houses, and the only people that are benefiting by the halfway houses are the people that own it, that donate to the sheriff. The inmates got no shot. I was talking to a cop the other day in Lawrence, and he said, I get so many headaches with that Lowell and Oxford Street halfway house. The guys are always in mischief, always getting in trouble, always doing the wrong thing. So just never ending. That's not rehabilitation. That's not aftercare. There's a transition when an inmate, and a lot of people don't know this, when an inmate comes to jail, he does 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years. 2.5 years is the max you can do in Middleton. You can do 2.5 or and on and after 2.5. So there are a lot of inmates that are more than 6 to 8 months. So you get a guy in jail for 2.5 years. When he walks out that door, he's in strange territory. He doesn't know who he is, what he's doing. He needs aftercare. He needs someone to pull him in on a regular basis, because if you have drug and alcohol problem, I don't care what the program is. There's a program in Elmwood, Pennsylvania, called ADAP. It's a very successful drug and alcohol program that needs to be brought into the Essex County Sheriff's Department. See, one thing about me, I'm open-minded. I know that I don't have all the answers. I know there's other things out there that might be better than what we're doing, and I've been pursuing and looking into these things. Okay, so you gotta have a good program in place. But regardless if you have a good program in place, so they go to a drug and alcohol program, when they get out, you kick them out the door, they're coming back. So there has to be, the Sheriff's Department responsibility is not policing, so our job is not to worry about what they do on the outside. Our job is once they get out of jail, to never have them come back. So you people as taxpayers don't have to suffer the consequences of the overcrowding, or suffer the consequences of these guys breaking into your houses. Now, as we speak, down on the farm, they have pre-trial inmates at the farm. A pre-trial inmate is an inmate that gets arrested today or yesterday. Hasn't been sentenced yet. Goes to the farm now. The farm used to be, it was a merit system. You worked your way to the farm. You did well in Middleton, you became a role model in Middleton, and you worked your way to the farm. There's about 30 to 40 inmates on there that are pre-trial inmates. I said this last week on a TV show. They should not be pre-trial inmates at the farm. Lo and behold, this past Saturday, a pre-trial inmate escaped, took off, lives in Lynn, from Lynn. Why is a pre-trial inmate at the farm? Where is the rehabilitation there? Where is the incentive for inmates in Middleton to want to work their way, someday maybe make it to the farm, and then maybe get a work release job? See, I'd like to be able to say that the Essex County Sheriff's Department, anybody can get that job. Well, I'll tell you what, no matter who's in that position, the place is going to run. I've been there for 3 sheriffs, over 100 years, and not one of them worked their way up to the ranks, not one of them. So we don't need a new fresh set of eyes. We need an experienced in-house person that knows the mentality of the inmates, knows the mentality of the officers, and then can have a clear understanding. Because if a new person walked in there today, the first question he asks is, where's my office? And who's in charge? I've seen him with 3 sheriffs. And the sheriff takes the person who's in charge, and he unfortunately has to listen to him. And if that person's a good supervisor or not, it doesn't matter, because the sheriff is at his mercy. And that's what I've seen with the last 3 sheriffs that I work for. So you gotta have somebody from downstairs work their way up to the ranks. There's a sheriff in Hampden County, Sheriff Ash, 41 years as sheriff. He started as sheriff in 1975 when I started my career. And this guy has instituted programs. In fact, he is very, very much into rehabilitating. He said the day the inmate walks into the jail, he needs to be in a program that day. Our job in corrections is to save these young 19, 20-year-old kids while they're 19, 20 years old, so they don't make it to 40 years old and become habitual offenders and keep doing this. Police officers don't know that. And I don't know